W6N, W6N, W6N. Calling G7W. How do you hear me? Over.
They're not good for you.
I mean, they don't really help. I took 2 Alpha Brains before I went and got a haircut before this, and I fell asleep midway through the haircut. Almost fucked up my hairline. I think I might have, and she just lied to me and said that she didn't, but we'll see.
Okay. Alpha brain.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have an alpha brain?
Sometimes. Sometimes I also feel like the brain is just not really working for me because I have like this internal depressive monologue.
Yes.
So, or pain body, as Eckhart Tolle will call it.
Ooh, we're stepping into Eckhart Tolle. All right.
Yeah. Some people say Eckhart Tolle, and I go, you uncultured swine.
Yeah, they don't get it.
Forrest joins us, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for doing this. I appreciate that. I really needed to get you on here before you left Los Angeles and gave up.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going to Chicago. I'm not giving up, but I am leaving Los Angeles. I'm done with this place.
Yeah, I envy you, man. I'm really in it for the long, because people keep telling me that I should move to Texas because like I would do well over there because I'm a Nazi or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm like, I mean, I did 1 month in New York and I was like, I like that too, but I'm like, I feel like my heart is in LA. I think my duty is to outlast everyone here.
Well, you're not from here, right? Where are you from?
No, I'm from Connecticut.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I'm from here.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've spent my entire life in California.
Damn.
And I'm like, yeah, I need to go somewhere else.
Where specifically in California are you like from?
Orange County.
Orange County. Oh yeah, right. You're an OC guy.
OC. So it's like
OC guy, yeah.
OC to LA is like not that much of a difference. It's like, yeah, I've been out of the parents' house, but I'm like an hour away, hour and a half away.
Yeah.
It's not really moving away.
No, not at all. It's like 45 minutes or something
exactly.
like that with traffic. Yeah.
I could easily like come home. I come home for every holiday.
Yeah.
Like it's like I just gotta.
You just need to leave the state.
I just need to leave the state.
Leave the state.
And I don't need to be close. I want to go somewhere far away. I want to go somewhere where there's a winter. I want to go somewhere where it's like a little bit harder to live and things are cheaper.
Okay. Okay, so you need the pain. I feel the same way. Like I feel like I thrive in environments where it's like kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Like, because I stayed in an Airbnb in New York, and I was like, this is horrible for someone who could not handle this.
Yes.
Like the amount of shit where like you can't walk barefoot anywhere in the apartment of the house that we were in. There was like a train that went by every 15 minutes directly next to the
So there's something about being a comedian and being eternally annoyed.
Yeah.
It does help.
I thrive in like chaos almost, where like you need it. So like you going to Chicago is perfect.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit it.
There's like 45 murders a day over there.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're gonna be
Bro,
fun.
I found an apartment that was like $600 a month and it was like huge, and I texted my buddy who lives there and I was like, bro, check this out. Like, am I missing something? And he's like, South Side.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, there it is. No, I mean, hey, do it.
I don't
think about how much funnier you're gonna be if you do this.
If I live in Southside.
If you live in Southside, yes.
Dude, if I lived in Southside Chicago, I guess maybe it would make me tougher. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. You ever seen Shameless? Because that's all I can think of when I hear Southside Chicago.
I haven't seen Shameless.
You never seen Shameless?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, it's just like you ever see Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah.
It's like that, but like if it were on HBO.
Okay.
And it's just like tough shit like that, where they're just like fighting, and they host like there's an episode where like they start off with a backyard fist fight.
Okay.
With other people, other neighborhood kids and shit. So I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I could be into that.
Yeah.
That sounds like my vibe.
Yeah.
That's probably what'll happen when I get to Chicago.
It'd be great if like in a couple of years you come back from Chicago, you visit LA, and you're like wearing like a gold chain.
Yeah,
and a do-rag.
Dude, just return to my white wanting to be black ways, dude. That's how I was when I was in like elementary school.
Nice.
I wore like baggy gym shorts, a wife beater, and a chain.
A wife beater and a chain
every day,
and baggy shorts. And could you like play basketball or some shit?
Yeah, I could play basketball, but I was just trying to be Eminem.
Okay, well, we all were at one point, right?
I mean, he's dope.
He's good, but I'm not an Eminem hater by any means.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm like, I literally laughed at myself today. I'm like, I can't be 30 and be an Eminem fan though.
Yeah, you can.
It's tough.
He's
dude.
like 50, right?
Yeah, he's 50.
Yeah. You could be an Eminem fan. I think it's over because he said something in an interview where he was like, "I've grown and my fans have grown," and I go, that is. We're at a time now. Our artists have I've been a part of our whole lives. You can be a 30 and be an Eminem fan.
It's just tough. It's just tough to be like singing Eminem as hardcore as I was when I was like 15.
What version? There's like different Eminems. Could you be like Can you do Slim Shady? Can you be a hardcore Slim Shady fan?
That's what's embarrassing is like the
that's
Slim Shady. I think you
you gotta be a Marshall Mathers fan.
Yeah,
in
you
this
gotta be a
house.
Marshall Mathers fan. Like you gotta be like a fan of like this new leaf that he's turned. You can't still be singing about murdering Kim and putting her in her.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm dying on this hill. I like the old Eminem.
Okay.
New Kanye.
Kanye. Did you get one of his
and
shirts?
Current R. Kelly. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. But he's such a marketing genius. Kanye is such a marketing genius because now when you see a swastika on a T-shirt, people will literally go into the comments and they'll go, "Oh, they're wearing one of those new Ye shirts." I'm like, he is such a marketing genius. I swear, he's such a genius.
He just sees like that Nazis are gonna make a comeback, and he's like, "I'm just gonna trademark this."
That's literally what it is. I'm like, yo, like when I said, like you'll see swastikas and be like, "Oh, that's new. That's Ye's new merch."
That's
I'm like,
easy.
you fucking genius. you genius. That's why he's a black billionaire. I'm like, oh fuck, so hilarious, man. But no,
do people really think you're a Nazi? Is that
no.
real?
I'm just exaggerating. But everyone thinks that I'm a Republican, so I go. I don't make enough money to be a Republican yet.
No, and
so.
I think I've always liked you because I don't think you're super like conservative as people think you are. I just think that you are pissed off with how the government has operated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes you a Republican, by the way.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's like I think liberals need to be okay. Like it's like now liberals are okay saying that they're pissed off with what the government is doing. Now that Republicans are in charge.
Yeah.
And it's like there just needs to be like it's okay to be pissed off at the government as like its own separate thing. Don't even say conservative or liberal. Like, what's your political opinion?
Yeah.
I'm pissed off.
Yeah. It's like you just point to like a subset of things that you disagree with that they've done.
Yeah.
Like in LA, about for example, like making theft like it has to be more than $900 for them to even prosecute or do anything like that. Even if someone gets injured in the process. Yeah. That was something that you could just be like, I'm upset at this and I don't like that. But even then, people still kind of.
They're like, oh, you're conservative. I saw somebody, I was at a liquor store checking out, and a guy just walked in, grabbed a 30 rack, and walked out.
Yeah.
And the owner was like, hey. That was it.
That was it.
all
He's
he
like,
could do.
no, stop, please, come on. Hey, guys, don't do that, right? And he was like, wait. You know CJ Price?
Yeah.
He had a hilarious joke about that where I'm not going to give the joke away, but he was like, I mean, I feel like such an idiot, like paying for something while watching someone steal and get away with it. Like, it's such a good joke that he had about it. I'm like, he was such an idiot. Like, you're buying like these $60 shoes, and then you see like a group of teenagers just loot the WSS, and you're like, huh. Well,
all right.
I feel like a cuck.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. I feel
You look like a bitch. Yeah, I mean,
I've raised the price on you. They're like, now they're 90.
Now they're not inflation, bro. They keep stealing this shit. But yeah, so there you go. That would be an example. I mean, and even now, speaking of which, the fact that people now have to like write on their Teslas, like, no, I bought this in 2020 before the thing happened. So like, there you go.
I know, but it's like
there you go. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. It's like you can't buying a Tesla does not suddenly make you an Elon supporter all of a sudden.
No, dude. And it's like it's funny that people kind of view it that way.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you have to. It's like not everybody who drives a Volkswagen is like, I support the Nazis.
Yeah,
like, they invented those.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's just like, you know, the timing of it makes everybody feel like, oh, now that I drive a Tesla. And I've seen it at comedy shows. Like, there's a lot of shitting on Teslas. Like, we can all agree Teslas are the worst car ever. And it's like, you can not like the dude. Yeah. But, like, if it learns to drive itself, it's going to be pretty dope.
Yeah, no, seriously.
The Cybertruck, pretty sick.
Cybertruck is, it depends on, I only like Teslas and the Cybertruck depending on what the color is.
Yes, if it's like a forest green, like a deep green.
Yeah, like a military kind of. Then I'm like, that looks like a tank. Exactly. That looks like I like it when you make the Tesla look like a spaceship.
Exactly.
But if it's like bedazzled and pink and shit, I'm like, what the fuck? And another thing too, I feel like a veteran. I feels like stolen valor that everyone hates Teslas now. Like I feel like I was kind of doing this when it wasn't cool.
You were hating Teslas.
Yes, I was calling this shit gay before this. Like, what kind of shit is this? Like, everyone's just now hopping on the wave. Like, no, yeah, if you own a Tesla, you're a bitch. I'm like, okay, I was saying that first, but all right. That was very, very annoying. But yeah, it's now happening, and people are like rubbing shit on Teslas and drawing swastikas on It really just goes to show you like how privileged people are in this country, I think.
Well, and like it's just like a hilarious thing where liberals for a long time wanted more cars to be electric, wanted people off gas. Yeah. And then Elon did that. Yeah. And they're like, but still fuck you.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? And it's like, this is why people don't like liberals, is because you can't even give the guy credit for doing the thing. Like, I would be like, hey, honestly, thanks for making every car company do an EV. Like, now every car company's doing EVs because of Tesla and its success. Yeah. They changed the entire car market to make it less pollution, less gas based, all this kind of stuff. So it's like, thank you for that, but fuck you for the Trump shit and like hold two thoughts in your head.
Yeah, I look at it now. I mean, I'm writing a joke about this, but I'm like, this is the new, Michael Jackson music versus the touching the kids thing. Like, I'm like, okay, you did a good thing.
The music's still good.
The music's still good. And the music. I can separate. I can separate two things. I can be like, yeah, Elon, I like that, but I also don't like this.
Yeah, and I can separate it too, but does that make us bad people?
No, I don't think so. No, not at all.
I don't think so either.
Not at all.
Some people would say bad.
Yeah, I mean, those people just people are making up problems to have. I think at this point, you see a Tesla and you want to vandalize it. You don't have any problems. I don't think.
That's a fair point.
I don't think you have any real problems.
Yeah, you don't have like bills that are due.
No, right, and there's cameras on the fucking cars too. Yeah. Like they show your face. Anyway,
let's vandalize the only cars that have cameras everywhere.
All around the car.
Yeah, the only car that has cameras literally everywhere.
That's Jeff. He lives down the street. We know who this guy is. Even if you like get close to there have been like several Teslas like I've gotten close to because I'm just getting out of my car and it's an enclosed parking space and they'll be like, the owner will be right back. I'm like, what the like? It's the security on these cars is impeccable.
Yeah,
I don't understand why you would just vandalize. Anyway.
That's not smart.
The only people, by the way, that are keeping these things alive, like the white supremacy and the swastikas that are alive, I think are liberals. Like, you guys are the ones. I have not seen a swastika drawn anywhere since.
Yeah, and it's pretty funny to be like drawing a swastika to be anti-Nazi.
Exactly. And I'm like, you're the only people I've seen draw swastikas ever in my life.
Like
ever.
Putting a swastika on things to be like, I need people to know that they're a Nazi.
Yeah, right.
Like, you look like a Nazi. You just drew a swastika.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, and they do like and they do it very neatly too. They want you to know that it's a swastika. Yeah, it's like 3D and shit.
They're like, I don't want anybody to get this misconstrued. This is definitely a swastika.
This is 100% a swastika, and then I did a little circle around it too, just so you know it's like one of the OG swastikas too. Have you been doing that thing do you have any friends that own Teslas? Because I have like one comedian.
My dad owns a Tesla.
Yeah,
and he's like the biggest liberal in the world.
That's hilarious. Have you been doing the thing? I feel like every comedian has low-key been doing that, where like, because I know one comedian that owns a purple Tesla, and I texted him, I was like, hey, how does it feel to be a racist bigot? Did you do that to your dad?
No, dude. Okay. I'm trying to tell him like, just keep the car.
Just keep the car. Yeah.
He's like, I'm returning it. I'm getting a different.
Oh EV. God, I'm sorry, bro.
Bro, it was like $40,000. Like, just keep the car.
This is so out of place for someone born in Orange County. You being in Orange County, by the way, that's weird.
All of it, Orange County doesn't have, like you say, like they don't really have problems. So
yeah.
The idea that they're like all up in arms about stuff is kind of funny.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, dude, it's nice. The beach is 10 minutes away.
Yeah. That's why I can't. I don't know why the fuck you're going to Chicago, man. But good luck.
I never liked the beach. I'm down for some snow. I never liked it, dude. I got Midwest in my blood. My family's from Indiana. I got that Midwest blood. I'm white, and I've never really enjoyed the beach.
I'm sorry. That's kind of an oxy. Okay, that's like a bit of a reverse, but okay. Did you happen to write joke? If not, that's totally fine. Okay, fantastic. Okay, fantastic. All right. I wrote like half of these, like 2 of these on the way here, because I am so goddamn tired.
So are we doing weekend update? Is that what we're doing?
Something like that. Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I will go first with a short one.
Right.
There's a new law that you're gonna need an ID to buy dildos in Texas. You will need to submit to buy online. You'll need to show your driver's license. And if you buy a black dildo, you'll be immediately arrested.
That's great. Is that real? Is it really going to be a law?
Yeah, that's real. That's a real law.
You need to ID to buy a
dildo. To buy a dildo online, you'll have to submit your picture.
Yep. Okay, so
they have a database.
So they have like a database of people with like their fit, and it's like the wall of shame. You know, like when you go to the mall and they catch you shoplifting.
Yeah.
Like there's no way anyone can be like kind of like smiling when they take the photo. Like I just need this dildo, bro.
Yeah.
I just need to. All right.
Yeah, you're gonna see people in their worst moments when they're buying a dildo online.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to find it. Okay. Former First Lady Michelle Obama reflected on her campaign to change public school lunches to healthier options. She said she couldn't believe how controversial it was, and she was just trying to help y'all diabetic asses.
If Michelle Obama just started talking really hood, it'd be so funny.
I was trying to help y'all fuck asses out, nigga. The fuck y'all mad at me for? Yeah, all right, nigga, be fat.
Yeah,
like, it'd be hilarious if you just kept doing that.
Would actually be amazing.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks. I wasn't confident in some of these, so I appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay. They recently got the first photograph of 2 whales having sex, and it was 2 male whales. Could you imagine if it was your first time having gay sex and you got caught on camera? The guy's like, Mark, I think we should go. That's why I told you we should go deeper. And he's like, oh, you mean where our family lives? They're going to sing the whole time? I don't think I want that. Also related with this story means we've found the first 600-ton twink.
Oh, shit. God damn.
That's what I call a power bottom.
Oh, fuck. Damn, these are great. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. This was I saw this story when apparently like the gay community on social media was like, see, animals are gay too.
When the whale thing
happened, yeah.
Yeah, but not publicly.
Yeah. I was like, there's still shame in it, right? You see how there's still shame in there. That was the one time the whales didn't say anything. They were like hiding and shit. They had to like go to like a whale nightclub and shit. Have like a secret thing.
I love the idea of whales just being in the closet. That's so funny.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Okay. A man finally leaves his home after he spent 5 years in isolation due to his fear of catching COVID-19. Reports say that Andrew Tate is on his way to his house right now. He's on his way right now to beat the shit out of this guy.
Get back in your home, dude. Dude, imagine waiting 5 years and being so afraid. Dude.
Yeah, and then I was like, I had like other like angles that I was gonna go with this. So I was like, the man faces a new challenge after the 5 years. Is now that Trump is president, being gay is illegal. And then like another thing along the lines where it was like, it's something like, you know, we're gonna avoid telling this guy that Trump won the presidency because I don't think he'd be able to handle it.
Yeah, let's not tell him.
Let's just try to figure
what happened.
Let's like North Korea this man's whole life and just kind of be like, no, it was
But Trump was president when the thing started, right? Right, 2019, he was president. So this guy might come out and be like,
he might.
Oh my God, he did 3 terms.
He
like,
did 3 terms. Yeah,
he's like losing his mind.
Yeah. So those are the 2 other angles that I had with that. But yeah, imagine 5 years in isolation. But I mean, there is a deeper story to this though. I mean, he does have like cerebral palsy and he's immunosuppressed.
Okay.
But it's like funnier to be like, you're a bitch, dude.
2023?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you could. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, and wouldn't you be vaccinated by this time?
I'm sure he got all the.
Yeah.
Or did he not leave his house to get vaccinated?
That's a good point. Can you Uber Eats a vaccine?
Can you Uber Eats? You should be able to Uber Eats the vaccine.
You'd think, yeah. You come to me. Oh, probably not.
Just call me. I'll inject you with something. It won't be the vaccine.
Okay. Well, yeah. There you go.
Okay. The other one I had was this is a Canadian man was arrested for taking videos of a 9-year-old boy to, quote, see if he was a pedophile. The test came back, he is a pedophile.
No, seriously, yeah. Just in case you were concerned.
Yeah, as a hint to anybody, if you are wondering if you're a pedophile, don't run any tests.
Yeah. Like, you don't need to test it.
Don't test that theory.
There's like, I mean, So there's like a thing that in therapy called like exposure therapy, and a lot of people have like not a lot of people. There's some men out there that have like pedophile OCD. Believe it or not, yeah, this is a fun fact.
Like what? Like they constantly think they're everywhere?
No, they constantly think that they themselves are a pedophile and that they're afraid that they may, hurt children. So this is like a very, very old joke I had when I first started comedy, but like one of the methods of exposure therapy that they would have these patients do is they would carry around a note in their pocket that just reads, "You are not a pedophile." So, and then like Joe was like, that guy can never leave his jacket anywhere. Like he can never like leave, and he can't like do laundry anywhere without.
It's funny if he made like a bunch of copies and just handed them out to everybody.
You are not a pedophile. Just so you know,
Someone
it's like
just nice to him at a bus stop. He's like, here you go.
Yeah, it's like this is the Jesus loves you of OCD. Okay, this one I'm not proud of. So just bear with me on this one. An abandoned pyramid has been transformed into the world's largest curry house. Lord Rajesh stated via telepathic communication, "Now the whole world will smell our wrath." And then I'm not proud of that one. I'm not proud of that one. I'm not proud of that one at all. I'm not proud of that one.
Lord Rajesh! Dude, the Indian accent is so funny.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Wow. I did not expect it.
I wrote that one last night at the gym. That came to us from Lord Rajesh. All hail the curry.
Oh
I'm
God.
sorry about that. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, definitely scraping a little bit. 23andMe recently filed for bankruptcy. You know about that?
No.
Yeah, so turns out telling everyone how evil their ancestors were was not a good business model. The next version, 24andMe, will just tell people what they want to hear.
You are 100% black.
Yeah, just tell us what you want to hear.
Yeah, right? What do you want? 5% Indian? What do you got?
Yeah,
this is like
Warren, you want 100% Cherokee? We got you.
Yeah, right? This is the Baskin Robbins of race.
They should change the name of it to just Can I Say It?
Can I say it? Elizabeth Ward, you could say it.
You could say it.
All right, and then this was how many more did you have? I had like one more. It was just 4. I had one.
Yeah,
more.
I got like one more.
Okay, this is one more. All right, this one I wrote driving here. So we're dealing with. So it took an hour to get from Burbank here, literally.
Oh my God.
So that was why that was what the ETA was about. So just bear with me. A man named Nicholas Hamlet called the police to report a bear attack, only it was a ruse to cover up a murder he committed. As he was being dragged away by authorities, he was heard yelling, "And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids and the stupid dog." And then that was literally it. And I was like, "Oh, this is the dumbest shit."
I just think that's the whitest story.
Yeah.
That's like the whitest guy. Because like I've done a lot of roast battles, and I always get the like. I think it's common for white guys to get the like, "You're a serial killer."
Oh
thing.
yeah, absolutely.
But to like murder somebody and then be like, "How do I cover this up?" I know, bear attack.
Bear attack. Like that's literally what he did. Like, and it was a weird story. Like it just came out where apparently like it happened in October 2024, but he fell off. No, he said that a bear chased him off a cliff. And then he like called the cops to like investigate, and then they found the body. And you're like, "Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh, this shit's body here. I had no idea." And then they like did some investigating and like found his DNA on the guy. And then like, and then I mean, through an investigation, they also found like he had like prior offenses, and he was like on parole and shit.
Dude, it's so funny for someone to be a criminal now and not know about DNA.
Yeah.
Like imagine you're finding out about DNA for the first time now.
Yeah.
You're like, "Wait, what?
Yeah,
They can do that?"
We've had this for a very long time. You didn't know this, right? This is not this is not the 60s anymore. Like we will catch you.
Yeah, exactly. We'll now catch you. It's like, fuck.
I was talking about this with my friend the other day. I was like, how great must it have been to have been a serial killer in the 70s? You could have gotten away with murder, literally. You could have gotten away, like, oh my God.
They had no DNA. I mean, no DNA. Who's to say who did what?
Yeah.
It was really
absolutely insane. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I got to thank black people, because there's no way that we didn't expedite that process.
Oh yeah,
100%. They were like, "We're gonna find out if this nigger."
I'm pretty sure they didn't even like work on the whole DNA thing. They were like, "Can we just find if it's black DNA?" Is there anything that like separates black from white DNA? Can you just find that, and we'll just use that for every crime?
There's got to be a way we could prove.
Yeah,
This
the
is
black
like-
guy did all this.
He's like, it's blood, but like, is it black blood? Is there like, I don't know why I thought the blood would be like black. Yeah, man. Okay. Oh, dude, you know, sorry, because I'm gonna let you get the joke, but like, fun fact is, you know, Opie, the comedian, he had a hilarious joke too, where like he had sex with a white woman. I think she was like Russian or something, and he came on her like her chest, and then she literally said like, supposedly, "I'm surprised the semen wasn't black."
Oh my god.
She like, this was a joke he has in his act. Like it's on Don't Tell, so I'm not giving it away. But and he made a joke. He's like, "Why isn't it black though?" Like it doesn't make any sense.
It
So
would
it's
be
just
awesome if it was.
yeah, dude, black cum. Anyway, take us home, man. Take us home.
Florida is debating lifting child labor laws to fill the jobs that were vacated by immigrants. Disney World is quoted as saying, "Small world is about to get a lot smaller." I think you know, I just love that idea of like Florida doing away with like child labor laws because it's all retired people.
Yeah.
So then you have like 9-year-olds serving 80-year-olds.
Yeah.
And it's just an absolute clusterfuck.
Yeah. I mean, we always knew that it was like probably illegal in those costumes, though, too, right? Like,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's no way it wasn't. Cause
I mean, if you're an illegal, you're like a job where I wear a disguise.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. that had to be what it was. Because I mean, you don't know who's under that in that Mickey Mouse costume. So
No.
yeah, it's about to get smaller.
What do you think the interview process is for like trying to be like Mickey Mouse or Goofy or like any of them?
Have you ever applied to be one of those?
Yeah.
No, but I've seen the listing on Indeed. So like, cause you're not an actor.
No, I've tried. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, me too.
I sent my self-tape to my friend who's an actress, and I was like, "Hey, I'm like working on the self-tape for this commercial, trying to get booked. Like, let me know what you think." And she's like, "Why does it seem like you'd rather be anywhere else?" And I was like, "Well, because I would. Rather be anywhere else." And she's like, "Yeah, you're gonna want to let that not come through."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's good. I mean, it's good that you know yourself, that you're just like, I don't want to do. Yeah,
I
it's
hate this.
yeah, it's difficult to like as an artist to just be like when people are like, because I'm sure you got into that through like a suggestion.
Yeah,
an agent.
Stand-ups have like commercial agents, you know,
Right,
like,
yeah.
They do commercials, and they were like, "You should do commercials. You know, you're handsome. You could do it." And I was
Right.
like, "Okay, but I hate acting." And
Right,
it's
right.
like, I think I would be good as either like a voice actor on like an animated show,
I could hear that. Yeah,
or like guy who like comes in, says one line, and leaves.
I totally see that. Yeah,
Which would be that's like the ideal role.
I could
for me.
see you in like Tires with
Yes.
with
Yes, like
Shane
a
Gillies.
customer who just like comes in.
Customer, yeah,
That's
like
it.
or like the guy that like brings off a shipment, you know, like the guy with the pad or some shit like that.
Exactly.
And,
Just,
yeah,
I want those too. I want like small. I'm there for like, I'm on set for like 3 hours.
Yeah, and then you
maybe,
leave.
Like $10,000.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
like,
great.
See you later.
I mean, that was what it was like back in the day. Unfortunately, it's not like that anymore, which is kind of sad. The pay has sucked. That was everyone's goal, and I feel so bad for like actors now, that are like doing ads for like App Store video games. Like when I saw Samuel Jackson doing an ad for that game where you can drag the guy from left to right and like get more guns and more bullets, I was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
It's 100% over.
Well, fame is in such a weird place right now.
Yeah.
Fame in general is in such a weird place because you could have 180,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
And somebody will run into you in Target and know you.
Yeah.
And it's like some people consider that famous.
Right.
But then you could be Samuel L. Jackson, who's like legit famous.
Yeah.
And you're doing ads for a mobile game.
Exactly.
So like fame is very like hanging by a thread, I feel like.
You're absolutely right, man. It's very skewered. You're 100% correct. Yeah.
Like it used to be if you were like really famous, like nobody saw you.
Yeah.
You were like whispered about. You were like your name was everywhere.
Yeah.
But you weren't everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And oh god, man, you have such a great point. You ever see the Vampire Diaries?
No, Vampire Diaries.
You remember it like back in the it was like
I
the
remember
20...
I remember seeing like previews for it, like commercials for it.
Yeah. like the 2010s. It was around the time the vampire craze thing was going on, which is an era that I low key miss now that more time has gone on. But it was like Twilight, True Blood, and right. Vampire Diaries, one of the main guys. Like women like loved him. They were lusting over him. He was like picture like Taylor Lautner in Twilight New Moon. Do you see that? Yeah. It was at that level for him, but like times 11. And his name is like Ian Somerhalder, and he's on TikTok. And he has that like uncomfortable energy where it's like you can tell that he was told to do this, and you can tell that like he's kind of riding the wave of like when you were an actor and you were famous back then. People you weren't everywhere. You just did like a role and then you disappeared. And then when people saw you in public, you're like, oh my God, now he's doing this thing where it's like, wait, I have to post every single fucking day.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's exhausting. I'm sure they don't want to do it.
No, they don't. You can look at it and you can watch actors. There's nothing sadder than like older actors who were famous back then, like in the early 2010s and early 2000s, that are now on social media. Yes. Because it's like they understand now that that's not the game anymore. You can't just like not show up ever and just kind of like, you have
to be in people's faces
every single. Like, dude, he did a video of him like, oh, so I'm in my sauna in my house right now. Okay, he put his hands together like that. That's like a rookie thing that like first timer influencers do to show how humble they are. They go, okay, guys, so I'm in my sauna right now. So and I was like, dude, yeah,
that is brutal.
You did not think that you'd have to take a video in your own sauna, did you? It's like an invasion of my privacy, literally. I felt so bad for him.
And it's like, I mean, you have people like that who've done like legit things and then end up on TikTok, and then you have like the Hawk Tuah girl who's like people always get mad at. They're like, oh, she didn't have to like work for fame. She was like an overnight celebrity or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. She had to suck dick for like a while and get good at it. She had to know. She had to have a weird accent. Like, like the idea of getting mad at somebody because they didn't earn their fame is kind of crazy to me. It's
especially at this point now.
At this point, it's like fame is such a like fugazi. It's such a like it doesn't. It's so random. It's so like minuscule. Like if you're known in your niche, you're famous to 25 or 30 people. Yeah. That's more what it is. You're famous in your niche.
Yeah, literally.
You're not worldwide famous. If you are worldwide famous, you're selling, fucking pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, and when you're like famous in your niche, like you can look at it like the same way in a small town before social media, there was like a guy that everybody knew. And everyone like respected or liked because he helped out or something like that, or he was like, that neighborhood like respect that you gain, maybe like you're connected to the mob or something like that too. That's kind of like what the best you're probably gonna get now in a lot of cases. Yeah. Or like, there are people that know me. They go, oh, this is Josh. He does comedy. That's good.
That's good.
It's not enough for me.
See me and be like, oh, I saw your roasts online. I'm like, that's crazy, but
oh really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're like, I saw your roasts. I'm like, oh, thanks. That's not at all what I expected.
That's awesome, man.
Notice, but it's cool.
It was the Comic Wars or the ones at the Comedy Store.
Comedy Store.
Nice. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good way to get up there.
It is. I mean, I tell new people. Oh my God, can I tell you a great story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is such an insane comedy story. When I first started, I was like 6 months into comedy.
Yeah.
This kid is like pacing back and forth outside of Mike.
Yeah.
It was big chilling in the backyard.
I love that. Missed that spot.
And he's pacing back and forth. He's like sweating. He's like wiping his face. I go up to him. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Are you like nervous? Like what? You seem like you're freaking out. And he's like, oh, it's just I'm 16. This is my first time ever doing stand up. I'm freaked out. Like it's full back there. I don't know what to do. And I was like, look, man, if it's your first time, like just get through the 5 minutes. Like don't even worry about if people are laughing or if you're getting a reaction. Just try to talk for 5 minutes, and that's a success if it's your first time. He goes up, and it is all rape jokes. And there are women in the crowd who I like and respect yelling at him, fuck you, get off the stage. Wow. And he is refusing and just powering through because I told him to.
Yeah.
And he just did 5 minutes of rape jokes.
Yeah.
And
that's absolutely hilarious.
Dude, isn't that insane?
That's insane. You're the guy that like holds the door open for another man, not knowing that he's a school shooter.
Yeah, and then he runs in and
he shoots everybody up, and you're like, motherfucker! Like that's a very like sitcom about your own life moment, literally.
Like I've thought about that multiple times, where it's like, if I'm not supposed to be a comedian, why is everything that happens to me
so fucking fucking funny, dude.
So
it's
funny.
absolutely hilarious. Where he does like.
I used to tell like somebody I was dating, I was like, I can't. If I do anything even slightly wrong, I get hit with sticks. Like, that's just my life. It's like even if I try and do the right thing, somehow it's the wrong thing to do. And people suffer.
Yeah.
Right? It's like why,
people suffer.
And people suffer. And it's like, why did you have to do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought it was the right thing, and they're like, I'm bummed out.
Yeah.
Because you did the right thing.
Yeah, I feel that same way. I used to think like my life was like low key, like everybody hates Chris. I don't know. You ever feel like your life is like an amalgamation of 15 different TV shows you've seen? Like mine is like low key, like the show Lucifer, where like I'm very lucky, but then at the same time, it's like if I try too hard, everything just kind of everything that can go wrong will go wrong if I worry, which is weird. Yeah.
If you worry about it, everything. I mean, I'm definitely like that.
If I try too hard,
worry about stuff, I end up making it worse.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know, man. My life it's like Scrubs. Or it's like,
I've never seen that show, but
it's like Scrubs, or it's like I don't know. I don't know if it's really like any TV shows, because like TV shows usually work out pretty nicely.
Oh yeah,
you know? It's like,
that's so sad to hear you say that.
Like, but like it's just like I definitely like tell people I've made every mistake you can make.
Oh, nice.
Like
nice.
As far as like comedy goes, I think I've made every single possible mistake.
Nice.
And so it's like if I make it, I'll know like, oh, you can make every mistake. I'm 31, bro. I'm just getting started.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been doing comedy?
This is my 5th year.
Oh, so this is, it's so funny because you said I was just as you were talking as well. I was thinking about like I feel like I remember when I first met you.
Yeah.
It was. Do you remember?
It was at the on deck. Is that what it was called?
No, it was. I could have swore it was that Mike and Silmar.
Oh, Raven House.
Yes.
Really?
I think pretty sure that's what I think where I first met you. I think you wore like a green because you like green, so you wore like a green it was like I think it was like a flannel jacket.
Yeah.
Or like it was like the wool kind of like warm jacket. It was like very cold outside. I think that's when I met. I don't remember like what we said to each other, but like I just saw you and I was like, he's gonna be here for a while, like in comedy.
Yeah, I mean it was definitely like a writing escape for me. It was like just like a place where I could write and find out if the shit I wrote was good or not immediately. Yeah. But I remember like. The number one thing I tell people, I don't name you, but I always say that like I went to this on deck mic. Yeah. Saw in what's that guy's name? Sod's backyard. Yeah. And do you remember it was like all black people in the audience?
No.
Okay, well I'll tell this story.
Sometimes because when I did the show, shout out to Sod Alyssa. When I did the show, it was like mixed.
Okay.
It's a big guy.
It was a mic, and it was like all black people, and I went up and did a bunch of racist jokes, and they all bombed. And it was rough.
Sorry to hear that.
And I walked off and I went straight up to you afterwards because you were like the only like friend I had there, and I went, "Hey Josh, like, was any of that stuff I said too racist?" Yeah. And you looked at me and you went, "You asking me that is the most racist thing."
Yeah, that sounds like me. Yeah. Yeah, that Sometimes people, sorry, it's a small room. Sometimes people tell me that I've said things back in the past, and I go, I can't believe that I said that. But I go, I probably did. Like, as more time goes on, like, it's weird how I feel like I get like less confident in myself. But I'm like, oh yeah, right. I was really, really hilarious at that one time. That's funny.
It was funny.
That was fucking hilarious. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, probably. It was like that's the most racist thing. It's interesting because I'm like usually they respect that, like black crowds. I've noticed because I've been doing it for 5 years, so we apparently started around the same time.
Yeah, I started October 2020.
Okay, I started April 11th, 2019. So like around the same time. Yeah, so it's gonna be 6 years in this April coming up, 11th. So.
But yeah, around the same time, man.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's been a wild ride. I mean, how do you feel about it?
It's a marathon. It's like a part. I feel like it's like tying my shoes almost now, where it's like a part of my life. Yeah. Does that make any sense? Where it's like you want to be like, no, I'm in the grind and this is the happiest I've ever been, or you also want to be like, I'm miserable and I hate this shit so much and I'm annoyed. But I've now just, I've just accepted that this is. This is like a part of my being. It's like going to the gym. It's like if I'm not doing it, I get really, really upset.
Exactly.
And it's like an itch that I need to like fucking
100%.
Scratch.
And that's honestly what gave me the motivation to move too, because I tell people I'm moving to Chicago and they're like, "Oh, are you doing that for comedy?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh.
No, I mean if I was basing my life around comedy, I guess I would stay here or go to New York.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm going to do stand-up wherever I go.
Right.
Like, it's now a part of, like you're saying, it's now a part of, like, my person or, like, who I am. So it's like, wherever I go, I'm going to do it. So I might as well go somewhere that I think I'm excited for.
Interesting.
And then, like, see what would, like, make Forrest the person happy, because Forrest the comedian is going to keep doing it.
That's a very, very fascinating take, because I'm like, I was trying to like think about like if I wanted to move to New York and do comedy, and I did it like I would do it specifically for the comedy just because I wanted to get better at it because they're so good in New York. But I was like, I've lived in Connecticut half my life. I'm like, I don't want to do East Coast weather anymore. Exactly. So I'd rather stick it out here. And I do think prophetically, I do think that I'm destined to take over Los Angeles. So we'll see how that happens.
Really?
We'll see how that happens.
I think you could do it pretty well too. I mean, it's like you have a very unique take and a unique voice that's not really in the Los Angeles scene, which is why I fuck with you. I mean, it's like I think you're dope, and like
likewise,
I think you're like the conservative voice that you do have, even though you're not conservative. it's good. It's like people need to hear it. Like, comedy is not about telling people what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just not.
Yeah.
And it's like the fact that you're going up there and being like even the thing I saw you do that set at Mundy Ray's.
Yeah.
And it was so awesome.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah.
That crowd doesn't fuck with anybody.
Yeah.
Unless you're D-Ray, they don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
And you still went out there and were like, you ever tell a bitch, like, just get in my car? And
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like murder. And you were like, that. And it's like, that kind of like, I'm just going to say it. And like, I can tell that like, I'm excited to watch you go up because I think you're excited to be like, I'm going to say some shit that they would never ask me to say.
Right.
They would never ask me to like, explain this or talk about this, but that's what I'm gonna.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been to the Mundy Ray shows before, and I was like low key dreading it. So I was just like, because I mean, like they don't give anybody anything. That's why I mean, and before the pandemic, it was like livelier. It was the Mundy Ray audience was like much better. But then I just noticed that they didn't. But now I'm at a point now where I'm like, I go into myself and I go, I'm just going to go and make them. I'm gonna go off of what I know is funny, what makes me laugh, and then that just. I mean, but that's just like comic workshop that I'm sure you already know and shit. And I appreciate you too. I knew. I mean, when I first met you, that you were a good writer, just based off of your joke. Because you had a joke about like Hitler, people like having to be nice to Hitler.
Yeah.
And like the one guy that was like trying to like tell Hitler like maybe don't do the painting, and you're like I wouldn't. I
wouldn't bother. One of the best times.
It was one of my favorite jokes that you did. I was like, oh, that's so good.
Damn,
man.
I don't do any of those like early jokes because I remember my friends at the time telling me that they were really hack. That I was doing, like Hitler jokes, or that I was doing like race jokes, and people were like, that's kind of hack. And I was like, all right, well, I liked them, but
they're good.
Something else.
No, I like them. No, and I like them. I think what you start out talking about is what you're going to talk about later on, but just better. So
yeah,
you know.
And I think when I start, but it's like funny that I think every white comic, maybe not, but like a lot of them go through like, when I start out, I'm going to talk about race, Hitler, and women. Nobody's done that before.
Right.
Like everybody's doing
Everyone's done. And also people that told you that it was hack, what they're talking about, everyone's talked about before as well. Oh, are you on medication? You don't know your gender identity? You're on you're going to therapy? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You fuck men and you're unsatisfied? This is so original. This is so original.
Oh, I've never heard this before.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
You're tired of white men and their opinions on women's bodies? This is so original.
Oh my god, I've never heard that.
Those are the people telling you that you're hack, by the way. Just mind you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I shouldn't care.
No.
So much. I think that's a problem for me. I care. I think everybody knows more than I do.
This is also a problem I have as well.
Still.
Yeah.
Like, somebody who, like, I'm even with, or, like, I don't think is a better comic with me can be like, I didn't like that joke. And I'm like, all right, I'll throw it away. Or, like, I do like that joke, and then I'm doing it every set for the next 2 weeks.
I think that's just, I mean, I now have to tell myself that, because I have the same exact thing. I think that's just, like, our form of intelligence, where we're always checking to see if we may be wrong about something.
Yeah.
Because we've met people that don't ever think that they're wrong, and we're like, I don't want to be anything like that person.
Exactly. I don't want to be like that guy.
I don't want to have a blind spot. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to like be assuming, because that's where playing the devil's advocate comes in.
Yeah.
Is like, and people hate that. People hate playing the devil's advocate, and I'm always like, well, let's think about it from their angle, or like, and people are like, no, I don't wanna. But I think it's a good thing to do, because it's like, you need to think like your enemy to defeat your enemy. And if you're too afraid to think like your enemy, you're not going to be able to do anything.
Interesting. I'm going to staple that and put that as definitely like a clip. That's a very profound thing that you just said.
I mean, I don't remember where it was from, but it's like, you have to be able to think the way they think and know what they care about and what's important to them if you want to change their mind. Because just shouting what you think and they're shouting what they think, it's not going to do anything.
I think my enemy right now is me. So my former self.
Know your enemy.
You know your enemy 100%. So
what has he done to stop you?
No. Meaning like, okay, so here's what I thought of when you said that, because Andrew Tate had like this thing. He did a video where he goes, you just like write like your evil twin, and like all the things that he does that makes him better than you now have to do. And he was like, spend like a couple of days doing this, like come up with like 50. He literally like was like 50 things, and I was like, oh fuck. He's like, and your evil twin is trying to like, and then it was like, this is a very good exercise. He was like, your evil twin, he looks exactly like you. He was born the same day you were, all the things that you have, but he's your evil twin and he's trying to kill you, and he's better at you than X, like at all these, like at least 50 things. What exactly is he doing that you're not doing right now? And then it was like something along those lines. So then when you say know your enemy, I'm like, okay. If I'm my own worst enemy, I need to know myself, and I need to, like my evil twin is happier than I am. I know that. I'm like,
really?
What the fuck is he doing? Yeah, exactly. It's not even like it's not even like a danger thing. It's more like he's happy. He probably trains more. He probably is like a little bit funnier.
Yeah, he just doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't like spend like an hour like on what to wear that day. Like picking out an outfit or something. He just does it. He doesn't. He probably doesn't like. He meditates, but he doesn't like make a thing out of it.
Huh.
Exactly. That's I'm like, huh? You know your enemy. Like there's a connection here.
Yeah, there definitely is. I mean, I'm trying to think. My evil twin, my enemy.
Yeah.
Lies a lot.
Yeah.
Probably much more successful.
Yeah.
Probably much more successful. I mean, if I could just throw morals out the window, I mean, it would be, it's like definitely not stressed about anything.
Right.
They're not, there's no moral compass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think your evil twin's like a stockbroker. Like he's just fully into like.
Oh like just fucking people over.
Yeah, like he's like the king of the house market crash in 06 or something like that. Yeah,
he just walked away. I was like, we'll get bailed out.
Yeah, right. He's like, crypto's next.
Yeah, so those people wanted houses.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Not my fault they wanted houses.
I'm good. I have villas, so I don't even fucking worry about it.
My houses will be fine.
I had. Did you do an unpopular opinion? If not, that's totally fine.
I got a couple unpopular opinions, honestly.
Okay, fantastic. I just got one. Okay. This one. You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
All right.
My controversial opinion is there should be more age restrictions.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Like right now, we only have like 18 to get into a rated R movie, 21 to get into a bar.
Yeah.
It should be like 15 to eat out at a restaurant.
Oh, nice.
Like
yeah.
It should be like
this is great.
Do like 10 to go to a mall.
Yeah.
Like,
there
shit. There should be more age restrictions.
I like that. I actually like this a lot. I actually highly agree with this.
Right? I'm like we actually need kids in less places.
Yeah.
And especially since they're little demons.
Yeah, 100%.
We need
them. Like blood-sucking vampires, yeah.
And it gives you, remember when you were like 15, you're like, oh, I can't wait to be 18.
Yeah.
And then I can do this, and this. I can buy a lotto ticket. It's like gives you stuff to be excited about later.
Right.
And right now, I think we're trying to rush kids into adulthood so fast.
Yeah.
And like, let's put some more barriers to entry.
Yeah, especially with social media and all this shit going.
Yeah. Like, you got to be 13 to have an Instagram. Like,
yeah.
I coach kids. I coach like 4th and 5th grade.
Yeah.
The 4th graders have TikTok accounts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's real bad. It's bad. It's
like,
real bad.
What?
With no parental controls on a lot of them. They're just seeing just tons of ass.
They know all of the the fourth graders kids will yell out like Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they know what this is.
They know what that is.
That's not good.
Yeah,
I
that's
did not know what Hawk Tua was when I was in fourth grade. That's crazy.
That's how you know you're fully an adult now. Is when you take care of children and they go, "Where the fuck did you learn that from?" That's
So I
more
think
restrictions.
More restrictions.
Yeah, I actually like that a lot. Did you say? Cause, do you know? Because like there are businesses out there, I think inside and outside this country, that are now like restricting kids from like going into like certain stores and malls now. Like they had to like make a new age requirement because of like how chaotic it's been.
Good.
Yeah.
Do it more.
Yeah.
Even more age restrictions.
I like that.
It's like the world is dangerous, and we need to let kids be kids. And there's certain things that aren't for kids.
Yeah.
Gun range,
not
for kids. I went to a gun range and I was like, we usually have the kids start out with assault rifles, and I'm like, do you?
Yeah.
I was like, that does seem where the kids start out. That does seem to be...
That's an appropriate age, right?
Yeah,
100%.
Like
Training wheels, AR-15.
Yeah,
makes perfect sense.
And they literally like kept explaining. They were like, "Well, they have less recoil," and I'm like, "You're telling this to kids?"
Yeah, he knows what a bump stock is.
Yeah,
he corrects you. Yeah. It's a magazine, you dipshit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, this one. Okay, so, all right. This one comes from Reddit. I agree with this. Going to a restaurant right before they close is not rude. What's rude is posting hours that you claim you're open but are not expecting people to act like you're not.
Ooh, okay.
And now here's why I wholeheartedly agree with this is because Chipotle closes at Chipotle closes at 10 p.m. At some locations they close at 11. By like 8:30 is when they run out of everything, and they don't make a point to make extra shit for people that may come from 8:30 to maybe 10 o'clock or 9:15 to 11 or 9:15 to 10. I cannot count how many times I've been at Chipotle's in and around Los Angeles because there's only like 8 where they close at 10. I get there at 9:10.
Okay.
I get there at 9:06. Nothing horrible. That's not horrible. No. How long does it take to close this fucking store? And they go, no, we don't have any more rice. Okay, can I get some steak? We don't have any more steak. We don't have any more. I go, this isn't. Yeah, I go. This is insane. So. Yeah,
I would agree with that for fast casual places. Like if you're basically fast food.
Yeah, you're literally fast food. Literally,
you have to be open. Right up to the buzzer, and sometimes after.
Yeah, somebody else in the comments also posted this too, where they go like a lot of. This is also great. A lot of Asian restaurants have 2 time stamps that they post out for hours, meaning we close at 10. Our last order is 9:50.
Okay,
that's the last time we're gonna do an order. Other restaurants should adopt this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because like, don't make me feel bad for like.
Let me know when.
Let me know when it's, and then like even at fucking grocery stores, they go over the intercom and they go, "This is your last chance to get an order, and then please get all your groceries and come to the front because we close at like 11 o'clock or 1 a.m." So that was my thing. Is just.
I agree. Yeah. I would say for like if it's like a sit down restaurant.
No.
Don't go sit down.
No. If
it's like they close at 10 and you walk in at 9:50 and are like, I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, no, that's not right.
All right,
absolutely not. No. And I want to make this clear too. If it's like a store where you buy shit, like I'm probably not gonna do that either. As far as like if they close, if like what's a good one? I don't know, Bed Bath and Beyond. If they close at like 11 o'clock, I'm not gonna be there at 10:55. I'm just not. No.
All my stuff, yeah.
No, because I've been in that position before too. However, if this is a food restaurant and the takeout option is available and the grills are still, and I'm looking at the steak and it's not that, I'm not 9:55, but like 9:06, 9:10 latest.
Grills are off, like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you guys close at 10. Like, I know it doesn't take an hour for you guys to shut the shit down. You'll have attitudes. You don't want to work. That's the problem.
I used to work at In-N-Out Burger, and we would not close until after closing time. Like we would get the whole line in. Like if it was supposed to close at like midnight or 1, if you were in line, you still got served.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you never.
Wow.
It wasn't like. And then we would just have to be there late as fuck, cleaning the grills and doing everything else. Like,
nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean,
I hate In-N-Out Burger, but that makes me like that. I hate it so much. I think it's one of the most overrated restaurants ever, and it's just not. And I'm not even doing this because like this makes me sound cool, but it's just like I've had it multiple times, especially when I was like starving, and I'm like, this isn't even good when I'm starving. The fries are disgusting. The fries are like cardboard. It's
They're
like
real potatoes.
There you go. Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like,
I'm
some preservatives.
I'm an American. I want fucking processed fucking food. What is wrong with you? You fucking fucked up the one thing that Americans like 100% appreciate. Yeah. I don't come here to be healthy.
That's such a good point.
You know, I want real potatoes. You fucking it up, man. You fucking it up.
I remember when Jack in the Box had like a thing in their window that was like, the bread might give you cancer. And I'm like, yeah, we know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That should have been your sign.
It's insane that like. It's like, oh, capitalist society founded on every man for themselves, poisoned citizens. It's like, yeah, no shit.
No. Get out of here.
Where did you think this was going?
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, you think I'm coming here because I have my life, because I care about my health?
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
I'm here because it's midnight and I need a burger. Let's see. My other one was... Okay, so like it seems like everybody, like the country's voted, right? And like everybody's they voted.
Yeah.
And Make America Great Again won.
Yeah.
But I think everybody needs to have what they think will make America great again. Like make your own. I think you should make your own list of like what makes America great again.
Okay.
Mine is number 1, the Quesarito comes back.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with this.
Number 1.
Yeah.
The Quesarito needs to come back.
Yeah.
It was the best time in America.
Yeah.
When I could get a steak quesarito for $5.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's not back is such a bummer.
Okay.
Number 2, Obama needs to come back. But not as president, as press secretary. I just need to hear his voice.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
Yeah,
his
soothing.
voice sounds like a rain stick.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
very
just
soothing.
have him say, we're bombing Yemen. One more time. I just need to hear him say it one more time.
Yeah. That's great.
Number 3 is bring the quesarito back to Chipotle.
I want to get the quesarito back to Chipotle. That's hilarious. I mean, do you have any more for this?
Number 4 is bring back bell bottoms and curly hair, but that's just a personal choice.
That's a personal thing, really.
Really dig that.
You really like that? Yeah,
I
you would have killed it in the 70s.
I
in the 80s,
I love the 70s, 80s style.
So I mean, yeah, I do too, to a degree. Yeah, I think it was nice. It was hot. Yeah, I mean, I want to add to this list. I bring back the snack wrap to McDonald's.
Yes, bring back. The
I missed
snack
that.
wrap.
It was so simple and it was so good. It was like a certain level of like crispy. And they had like this sauce that they would put on top of it. I forgot what it was. It was like honey mustard or some shit like that too. It was great. And it was like $1.99.
Yeah.
And then that was, bring back the snack wrap.
Like that's it. Like literally eggs could be $20 if this fast food is popping like it was in the 90s.
Yeah, and oh my God, and they had like the shredded like cheese.
Yes.
And it was so like they put just the right amount of it in the snack wrap. So that was it. Bring back the brisket to Chipotle.
Yeah.
They had brisket at Chipotle and they just discontinued it. That was and they just discontinued it too. So now I go fuck this barbacoa that makes the rice taste disgusting.
Yeah, it's awful.
So
barbacoa is terrible.
Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. But I mean, I need other beef options because I'm bulking up. So
you're bulking up.
Yeah. So
just get fucking big.
Be bigger.
How many pull-ups can you do?
I do 4 sets of 10. So 40. But like there's like a minute of rest in between. Yeah, but you know,
I'm trying to get to 10 pull-ups one time.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do. Oh, that's good. You could do it.
Yeah, I was at 2 when I started. So
that's really good.
8
Yeah,
feels good, but like it's so hard.
It is very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult. But when you get to the other side, it's very rewarding. And then you're gonna get to a point where you're like, you can do it so easily that you don't even. Yeah.
I can't wait. I'll be posting a video.
Yeah.
I'll be one of those guys.
Yeah.
Just for the pull-ups though.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been able to do 10 pull-ups.
You'll be. I think you got this. When you get to Chicago, you're gonna have to fucking climb some fences and shit.
Well, people tell me that Chicago's like the number 1 place where you gain weight. They're like, that's the number 1 like fat city.
Interesting. I think it's because of the cold.
Yeah, I think everybody just like bundles up and chills out. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. Everybody's warning me about the cold. I'm like, I'll figure it out.
Okay, I think you will figure it out too. You seem like you thrive in cold environments.
I would rather be cold than hot because cold you can warm up easily. Yeah. Hot, there's no escape except for like inside.
I'm still kind of out on that one as far as like it, because people were like, there was another unpopular opinion where like it's better to be very, very cold than it is to be very, very hot. And I go, I don't know. I'd rather just be just the right temperature.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be like I can wear a jacket or just wear a shirt outside.
Does Southern California not ever feel like a dystopia to you? Like it feels like a Black Mirror episode to me sometimes where it's like, guess what the weather is today? 70 and sunny and everyone's pursuing their dream.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels dystopian. In like a weird way.
Yeah. No, you make no mistake, because like it's not supposed to be like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it is very dystopian. Whereas it's almost like the Truman Show here.
Yes.
Where it's always sunny and beautiful. That's why I love it when days are like this, when it's cloudy and depressing, because it reminds me of Connecticut.
Exactly. I'm about it. I love an overcast day.
So do I. Oh, that's what you call it, overcast.
Overcast.
Thank you. Did not know.
So nice.
My last unpopular opinion, this was it's not really fleshed out, and then we'll get out of here. We don't need to redefine masculinity.
Okay.
I think everyone already knows what it is. I think that we're pretending that we need to redefine it, and we're pretending that we don't know what being a man or a woman really is. They're like, we need to redefine it. We need to, which really just means just let your girlfriend fuck other men. In my experience, whenever someone goes, we need to redefine it, or we need to, it's just like you just want to like anime in peace. That's really just what it seems like it is. And I've seen the movies and the TV shows. It's been like, because they started these conversations right after the Me Too movement in 2017, and since then, up until now, for the past 7 years, the manosphere and red pill, they've only become more popular, not less. So clearly this reconstruction of masculinity is not working. No. It does not work at all. Everyone's like, well, no, what is really being a man? This is just like patriarchal standards. But when a guy says something that they don't like, then it's, you have a small dick, you can't get laid, you're secretly gay.
Yeah, they fall right back.
They fall right back into the things that make a guy like, I can't insult a woman by being like, you still live at the house with your parents. Like, that's not really good.
She's down on her luck.
Yeah, literally. That's exactly what it is. So that was my unpopular. We don't need to redefine it.
No, I mean, I agree with you, and I also think this is where I feel a little bit weird, but I feel like with the like gender politics, we like almost had it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was like, I felt like people were like, everybody feels like a man, like more manly sometimes and more feminine some other times.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, so in my mind, I'm like, so let's just agree that like everybody sometimes feels more masculine and sometimes they feel more feminine, and like let's just leave it there.
Yeah.
And people were like, no, we're gonna give a label to
Yeah.
those because that's freaky.
Yeah.
We're gonna call them they them. And
non-binary. Yeah. We're getting these kids on these drugs right now.
Yeah. It's like,
literally.
You didn't need to do that. Just be like, oh, everybody sometimes feels a little more manly, sometimes they feel a little more womanly.
Yeah.
And let's just live like that.
Yeah.
Instead, they're like, okay, if you feel like a man sometimes and a woman sometimes, that means you're this.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't give people another label.
Yeah, it'll pass.
Because I think that's what also gets people being more like wanting to be more like Andrew Tate, or wanting to be like blue-haired, crazy liberal woman, because like you feel like you need a label. Yeah. And then you go and identify with that label and change your whole being to match the label that you want to fit. Yeah. And it's like, we got to just stop the labeling. Yeah. If we could just be like, hey, some things are more masculine, some things are more feminine, but everybody's got a little bit of both in them from time to time. Yeah. It would be chill.
It would be so much more chill if we just understood, if we just had a more nuanced and like a more lax perspective on it, as opposed to these labels. Because it only makes people fully rebel in the opposite direction. You're absolutely right.
Either way. In either direction. They're going to fully rebel in either direction, or right down the middle and do the they, them. And it's like, I understand we're like too far gone now that like those labels are probably going to stay. Yeah. But I'm just like, let's just accept that everybody has a little bit of everything in them and live that way. Yeah, I agree. Instead of trying to be like, it'll pass. It's time to recategorize everything. It's like, no. Everything stays in its category. Right. We just agree that the category, a person can have something from every category. Yeah. You don't need to put a person into a hole in order to define them completely. Yeah, I agree. You can't define them completely. No, you're right. Just accept that. Yeah. And people are like, no, I think I'm gonna go with new pronouns. Yeah, 100%. We're gonna go with the child mutilation. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's just nuance is dead. There's no nuance is dead. It's gone. It's 100%. Yeah, it's gone, dead, man. Yeah, it's dead, dude. I can't even. Yeah, they're like, we need. I try to just do regular sketches on TikTok, and then my manager's like, no, you need to do a suit. You need to be in a suit, and you need to only do that for forever. And I'm like, what? It's a variety show, man. I can't. There's no nuance in that. Nope. There's no nuance. It's like we need to be. I need to know what I'm getting every single time, everywhere I go. Yeah. I need to know exactly who I am as soon as I show up. That's just fucking. And it's like, I can't, man. I've had enough. I just can't, bro. It's not going anywhere.
Well,
the good thing about comedy is it's the one place you can bring nuance back.
Yeah.
Like, I really do think you can bring nuance back in a comedy way. I mean, even if you go back to, like, you know, Tropic Thunder. You go back... like,
never seen it, sorry.
But, like, there's a white guy doing blackface in it.
Oh, yeah, Robert Downey Jr., yeah.
Or Robert Downey Jr. And it's, like, funny, and it's, like, everybody had a good time and was laughing about it, and it's, like, that's nuance.
Yeah.
They found a way to, like, oh, you know what? Well, in this particular scenario, I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's, like... Now people will get upset about that, and it's like, no, just leave the gray area.
Yeah. I mean, and that's another thing too, which I always aim for. It's undeniable. If it's undeniably funny, there's nothing you can do. It's just universally accepted. It's just genuinely hilarious because he's just a guy playing a guy doing blackface.
Yeah,
it's like layers and layers of comedy in there, and then fuck. And I've seen clips. So and Tom Cruise killed that role.
Oh yeah,
that he did. He's Les Grossman, absolutely hilarious. I watch that clip every now and then where he yelled at Flamin' Dragon, and I've never. And mind you, that's how good the comedy is. I've never seen this movie. I don't know what Tropic Thunder is about to this day. But I'll watch it one of these days.
Great film.
But
anyway, nuance is dead.
Nuance is dead.
Respect the gray area. If you listen to this, just live in the gray area. It's okay for there to be a gray area. It's almost like that's the only thing that's not allowed in society. Is like
a gray area.
Knowing.
Yeah.
Like if somebody was like, "What's your gender?" and you're like, "I don't really know. I'm not really sure." I feel like that would upset them the most.
Yeah.
Or like, what's your sexuality? I don't really know. I just kind of like what I like. It's like that will bother people. They need a label.
Yeah.
They need to know where to place you.
Right.
Or else they can't handle it.
Yeah. Even people that are like supposedly these queer and LGBT, they need that label. They need the label. Yeah.
And it's like why? Why do you need that?
Yeah, this is actually a very interesting experiment that you're proposing. Where let's just go to West Hollywood and people ask, so what's your deal? Like, what do you like? Who do you like? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then just let them just leave it at that, and they'll be like, oh, so you're probably like queer or something like that. I was like, no, I wouldn't say queer. I don't know.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I like what I like, and then people are like, okay, like
polyamorous, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's totally what it is,
they
right?
They need a label. They'll throw labels at you.
Yeah,
so it's
like,
polyamorous. So
it's
you're
like
non-binary.
No, I don't think so. It's right. It's non-binary. No,
just me. And then people will be like, I don't like that
guy. You're right, yeah. Fucking that guy thinks he's so much better than everybody. Fucking has no fucking labels. This guy has no labels. Yeah.
Get this guy a label.
But yeah, man. Awesome. Live in the gray area. Thank you so much, Forrest. Where can the people find you? What do you got going on? I mean, this is gonna come out next Wednesday, so.
I got a show on Thursday at Roxanne's for Best or Ban. Come out. You can ban whichever comedian is the worst. And I will be in Chicago in May. You can find me on social media at Forrest_Wheeler. I am not the small Asian boy from Fresh Off the Boat.
Mm-hmm.
I am a white male comedian.
Hilarious.
Canceled.
Awesome. I'm happy, man. Thank you. You're on my. This is like the last episode I'm gonna be doing for a while of the show. Just because it's just so exhausting, and I'm happy that you are, the guest for the 20th. You are the 20th episode because that was what I set out to do. I was like, let me just get to 20 because most podcasts end at 10. Okay. Most podcasts don't get past 10, so I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna do 20. I'm gonna be in the top 80 percentile or whatever the fuck. But so thank you. That was Forrest, everyone. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can obviously you know where you can find me on the show notes. I have some shows coming up. I have one the next 2 days, one in Pomona and one in San Diego, and then another one April 6th. It's for the Love of Comedy Festival on April 6th, and which is the anniversary of when I moved to Los Angeles. Ooh. So that should be fun. If not, I could be getting the dates wrong. It could be April 4th. Anyway, and then this Thursday, which is the 28th, 29th, Pomona and San Diego not the Laugh Factory, San Diego Fourth Wall.
The newest and greatest.
It's new. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been the Josh Shakespeare podcast. Thank you guys so much.
Peace.
That was great, man.
I had a dream so big and loud. I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.